Ķ²ŁŁ1NG while reacting to the reports of the gruesome murder of the Fatima and her 3 children by an IPOB-linked terrorist group in Anambra State, sounded a noted officer warning the Igbo that this was how the 1967 civil war started, Ķ²ŁɁ1NG said. And everybody is coming out to say it is IPOB, it is IPOB, it is IPOB. The same thing we were told that it was the explosion that happened in Kano State some days ago. They just quickly said, oh, it was gas explosion, gas explosion. And people said, no, this cannot be gas explosion. That this should be bomb, you know, bomb that they threw. But at the end of the day, it was when EFCC arrested some, or DSS arrested some 2 people. Because initially they were asking the police people, they said, oh, preliminary investigation confirms that it was a gas explosion, not bomb. But when EFCC, DSS arrested 2 people, that was when police now made a U-turn and said, yes, it was a bomb explosion. So they didn't even do any investigation, and the man was so adamant, was so confident with his full chest coming out. Yes, it was a gas explosion. Now they are making a U-turn, and that is the problem we are having now. Any little thing, IPOB, without any investigation. And he said, if this can't trouble you as an Igbo man, if this does not bother you as an Igbo man, then I will assume that you do not know history. This is how the civil war started in 1967, according to Ķ²ŁɁ1NG. The senseless killing of Fatima and her children is despicable and condemned. The government's lack of political will to dispatch justice is a big factor that is fueling the many killings across the country. Fatima and her children deserve justice. Deborah deserves justice. The Igbo businessmen in Sokoto and Bauchi, whose goods were destroyed by extremists, deserve justice. The innocent southern children killed in Sabongari, Kano, deserve justice. The Igbo businessmen in Dede, Abuja, deserve justice. The Yorubas killed in Akwa Ibom deserve justice. Justice is the only panacea to the many killings going on across the country. And this is what the writer is saying, but not Ķ²Ł₦1NG, because Ķ²Ł₦1NG will never mention all these things. The only thing Ķ²Ł₦1NG is concerned about is Fatima and how the civil war started in 1967. Those are the things, 2 things he's concerned about, but the rest ones are the ones the writer is talking about. All of these incidents, all of these people who were involved, even the ones that are in the den of bandits who were kidnapped along during the train attack, all of them, they deserve justice. They are still there. They are not doing anything. We know IPOB is a nightmare to foolish man like you and your Fulani masters in attempt to demonize them. When you rant finish, come back to Nnewi, you are linking IPOB peaceful agitators with unknown gunmen. May God judge all of you. Let's wait and see the end. You can only predict the beginning of a fight, but you cannot predict the end of a fight. Adamu Gaba is coming out to tell us that IPOB is a coward. They are coward. How can the terrorists be coward? How can terrorists be coward? They do something, they come out and take responsibility. Well, let them kill them all. Okay, when they are killing us in their places, what do? Didn't they equip the terrorists with more arms? This is how it started, really. They think we are fools. See this man. Tell them to stop killing us from the south and scattering our property and businesses in their places. Do you know how many lives these wicked northerners have killed? This one, then do them. Now small thing. That statement is not good though. It's not good, because you are implicating the IPOB that they are accusing of. Is it IPOB that killed them? They said no, they are not the ones that killed them, and you are still imposing it on them that they are the ones that did that. It surprises me as a full-fledged Igbo man how and when Igbo gets to this point of madness. Igbo are known for their unfettered hospitality and care for visitors. Let's join hands together to sanitize our land. Yeah, it has to be sanitized, but this idea of just laying claim, IPOB did this, IPOB did this. This is where the problem is. That is where the problem is. The whole country has been in a war since this terrorist president was forced on that seat by sycophants and hardened criminals that have looted the country treasury dry. Hope you still do remember the Igbos properties and businesses they burnt down in Sokoto when murderers of Deborah protested for arresting one of their perpetrators of gruesome murders of innocent students who is not even from Igbo. But during protests by the northern murderers, they destroy Igbo-owned businesses in Sokoto. Do you think that those Igbos affected will fold their hands? If you know what is called reprisal attack, I think this may be something like that. Do not tamper with Igbos and think you will go scot-free. Even if we did not fight physically, God still avenge against our adversaries. Don't ever try to destroy Igbo people's property and businesses and think that you will sleep well in the night. Well, unfortunately, what has all this got to do with a Fatima and her children? What has got to do with it? They were coming back. She was coming back from her friend's place, and that was it. And that was it. We learned that the motorbike that carried her and her children escaped. Mr. Joe, where were you when the Fulani terrorists went to Enugu village and killed one community, including women and children? Is that not sign of civil war? Hmm. This man is not serious. I'm very pained by the gruesome murder of Fatima and her kids. But using that to threaten the Igbo is very wrong. Remember that so many Igbos have been killed even for fun in the north. What did we do? Nothing. If they want war, they can bring it on. Why don't you start the war already? Not in support of the killing of any human being, though. Nobody's supporting it. Look at this sellout talking. Since the terrorist president was forced on that seat, the whole country is in war, on fire. Hmm. Joe Igbo didn't say anything why Igbo's properties burnt down by Hausa. I think he would be happy. He would be happy about that. Joe Igbo will be happy. He didn't say anything that time. Hmm. Our people in the north, both pregnant women, his cup is full. They were battered and harassed. Rather, the civil war started. Let the civil war started after the killing of Southerners, especially the Igbos in the north, some months after the 1966 controversial coup, precisely in 1967. These killers are not Igbos. The police and other security agencies know them. The state is porous. If you have work at Anambra and Enugu, you know what I'm saying. If you have worked there, Kogi, Benue, and so on, easily access to states unhindered and unmanned by police. Police have failed and will continue to fail the governor. Should and the governor should reassemble Bakassi boys and peace will return immediately. But must be guided seriously. Also, did you hear of armed robbery? Again, also they are culpable too. This is the only time Igbokwe has said something meaningful. All these mindless killings must stop. What meaningful things has he said? Those Igbos whose businesses were burnt down and looted during just ended protests by northern murderers who killed Deborah, who's not even an Igbo, but Igbo businesses were still targeted, burnt and looted. Do you think that the affected families will fold their hands and watch? Those families are hungry now because they are homeless, hopeless, jobless, and some have suffered harass, attack, and died. So don't tamper with Igbo owned businesses and think that you will go scot-free. Joe Igbokwe, did you comment on that when Igbo businesses were burnt and looted? Mm-mm. Joe Igbokwe will not say he won't say anything concerning that.